The Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup. It's Radley against Shiplake, two local schools going head-to-head in the 8s. And the power at the start of the race. This is a big match-up. Old rivals, Radley and Shiplake. When it comes to Henley, you've got Radley on the Buck station to the right of your picture, and Shiplake on the Berkshire station to the left. And they're both making pretty decent fists of getting away from the start cleanly. Good navigation. They've obviously drilled this a lot in recent weeks to make sure they go clean.
Yeah, good clean start, both crews. They'll both be really up for it. Local rivals, raced multiple times. There we see the Radley crew in their distinctive red and white, and actually the stroke man there already looking across, young Rory Gearing, 17 years old, looking across to see how they're doing in this early stage against their opposition. And they've probably got 1 or 2 seats of advantage, which is a nice place to be at this point of the course. There's Shiplake, distinctive stripes, sunglasses one and all, focused and looking down the boat.
Yeah, it's an afternoon for sunglasses as well. It really is glary and bright out there. That's Jacob Kirby, the Cox you can see for Shiplake. Matt Dawson now in the foreground of the picture. The stroke is just in front of him, Rory Gearing. That's the Shiplake boat. Just down half a length, maybe 3/4 of a length to Radley. Coached now by Sam Townsend, the former GB rower. Used to feature regularly in the GB quad. Radley, a very well organised outfit.
Yeah, they're rowing well here, moving in sympathy, moving the boat along. I'm catching quite a few little glances to the side. We'd always say, eyes in, eyes in. You've got to be focused in your own boat. Let's not get distracted. But they're also taking confidence, I think, from keeping an eye on where their opposition are. And Shiplake continue to attack.
So what you're saying, eyes in, unless you're winning, in which case eyes out, take some confidence.
Well, it's hard to stop the little glance across. If you're feeling that confidence, it can help to relax you.
Yeah.
But you do really need to be moving your own boat, rowing your own race.
Exactly. Well, there's a lot of local support, isn't there? You can hear all the way down towards Temple Island, and now moving in front of the rowing clubs, Remenham and the like. There's lots of support for both Shiplake and Radley. It's not an arduous journey, and they've both packed up school. Summer holidays are on for them, so I'm sure lots of their friends are on the bank cheering them on.
Yeah, and I think, Radley come to this a little bit pressure because Shiplake's race yesterday was only 3/4 a length against Brunswick, and so Radley have had a bit of an easier ride so far. But Shiplake seem not to be suffering too much at this point in the race from the deck.
I think they've just closed it up a bit, haven't they, Shiplake, in the last few strokes?
Yeah, really big push in this crucial middle part of the race here. And we can see Shiplake are starting to raise their rate and pushing against Radley. Radley don't seem to have responded in rating terms yet. Quite often when this is happening, you might be saying to the crew, hold, let's hold, wait until they finish their push, and then we go. So let's watch what happens here. Let's watch closely. You can see Shiplake push looking like it's reached its end. They've stopped moving, and now there's Radley. And to the sound of the horn, yes. Radley step on, and they're starting to open up a seat, maybe a second seat, maybe a third seat now. That
could have been the Radley coach with the horn, couldn't it? That could be code for, right, push on again now.
So John Gearing, the coach there, actually said that yesterday was a good race in difficult conditions. They're working on a few things. They know that Shiplake is going to be tough, and he'll be pleased to see that move having worked really well for Radley.
Yeah, they showed maturity beyond their years there, didn't they? To hold their calm, wait for the push to complete from Shiplake. Shiplake drew right back level, and now Radley push on to a length up once again.
So the Radley crew were in the final of the Princess Elizabeth last year. I remember commentating on that race against Scotch College from Melbourne, who really were a class above. So a really difficult race for them. And Matt Dawson in the Cox's seat for Radley coxed that boat, and he will be determined to bring the best performance he can, use that experience well for his crew here. And so they're continuing to try to consolidate on that position. You can see them struggling a little bit of crosswind, a little bit of crosswash there. 1 or 2 blades catching the water. They just want to stay loose in the shoulders the looser you are, the more you can deal with your nip and tuck. Don't worry too much about the boat rolling around, worry about the boat moving. But you can see that Shiplake again have put in another push and edged back a couple of seats against Radley. From the overhead shot, you can really see how the two boats are moving here, and at the moment, looks like Shiplake push maybe ending, Radley consolidating again, same pattern.
Yeah, Radley losing to Scotch College, as you mentioned, by a length from 2/3 in the final last year. So Eton and Abingdon, really the two schools that have most dominated over the last 10 years. Radley will be looking to change all that, and very similar pattern, as you say. They've moved out to half a length up once again on Shiplake, who must be frustrated. They keep putting in these huge bursts, massive expenditure of energy to get back level, and each time they've done that so far, Radley have had a reply. I wonder if we'll get one more go from Shiplake.
Well, Shiplake have to go now. They don't have very far left in the course, maybe 30 strokes, and it looks like Radley going to hold on to that position. Good attacks from Shiplake, though. I would say that they really managed to move back a couple of times there, which is pretty hard to do. This is Radley looking at the back of James Carr in the bow seat, holding them off, and spectators on their feet, urging on the local derby. Radley versus Shiplake. It's Radley's.
It is Radley's by a length. Shiplake, well, they tried twice, they failed twice, and Radley hold on to that lead. And in front of the grandstands now, over they come. Good performance from Radley College in the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup, beating Shiplake College just over 11.
That was hard for Shiplake, and can see really exhausted. Radley holding their heads high, but equally that's taken a fair bit out of them as well. It's a good tough race for both crews there, so confirmation of Radley winning against Shiplake in the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup.